We'll be taking a look at the past 2 game weeks. And before we take a look at the past 2 game weeks, I would like you to like, subscribe, and share this video. Before we take a look at the last 2 game weeks, I'd like to jump into a popular topic, and that topic has to do with who is the GOAT, who is the greatest of all time. There has been different arguments for Messi and for Ronaldo, and this argument has been amongst watchers of this era. For watchers like me and watchers before me, we had Maradona, we had Pele, and personally, I rate Maradona, I rate Pele above these players. The reason why I would rate them above these players is because the time of Maradona, you had Maradona literally dodging kicks, studs up. You had a Pele who had to go through defenses with studs up raised against you, studs raised against your chest. The rules of today gives the opportunity for people like Ronaldo and Messi to thrive. That aside, I would want to give my opinion on this matter and ask, why can't we have several greatest of all times? Now, don't get me wrong. I had this argument, I had this discussion in a group, and someone referred me to the word greatest, meaning there can be only one. Now, who gives the definition for who is the greatest of all time? You have your opinion on or the criteria as to who is the greatest of all time. I have, several people have their opinion. So what is the standard? No one can really place a template on it. So why can't we have the greatest of all time in terms of goal scoring? Why can't we have the greatest of all times in terms of dribbling? Why can't we have the greatest of all times in terms of free kicks? We can have greatest of all times in different categories and have everybody be a winner. That's on the topic, that's on the debate, greatest of all time. Now, going to the last 2 game weeks, like I serially said, Man United is a team that is evolving. Yes, if we could say Erik ten Hag might not be the best for Man United going forward, but at this point in time, the team is evolving. You can't just throw Ten Hag out without giving him the chance. The team is evolving. He's beginning to have the back room sorted out. He's beginning to have the basic foundation of his team being set. We can see the defense line, the defense structure being built. It will transit from there. That is the bedrock of every team, the defense and the midfield. And slowly we would see the new DM he got, the defensive midfielder he got, Ugarte, slot into the team. That should improve United over time. We look at Maresca. Maresca is beginning to have his footprint or his print on Chelsea, and we can see Chelsea evolving. I told people before now that Chelsea had the structure, Chelsea had the team, or rather the squad to build a team around, and you could see that blending. No one is talking about Caicedo anymore. Why is no one talking about Caicedo? Because he's beginning to deliver in the Chelsea team. It is what is beginning to manifest. We look at Slot's Liverpool. Liverpool was already a team that needed fresh ideas, and we can see it paying off. There was a bounce back for Liverpool this weekend, and that structure, that ideology, that the fresh ideas that Liverpool needed is beginning to come into the team with Slot. Now, Aston Villa. I spoke about Aston Villa. I spoke about the squad depth that they needed to get in order to thrive this season. And you could see Onana was a steal. Onana was a steal for Aston Villa. Aston Villa has been able to build a squad depth that would make them thrive this season. Aston Villa has been able to build that depth. And we look at Tottenham. Tottenham, despite their good display, Tottenham, Postecoglou still needs to freshen his idea. Postecoglou needs to be flexible. Postecoglou needs to be flexible with the Tottenham team. The attacking vibe of Tottenham could be exploited as was exploited last weekend. But if there is a flexibility around the team, Tottenham could also be a force long term. We look at Arsenal. Much of what has been said about Arsenal is their resilience in terms of, and every team, title-winning team, needs that resilience. We're beginning to see it in Arsenal. The frailties of Arsenal of the past is no more. You see an Arsenal who try to dig out and try to ensure that they win their games. That will help them going long term. To the champions, Haaland. Haaland keeps showing himself as a force to reckon with. And despite the odds, many of us shifted our captaincy away from him during the in our FPL games. And primarily, the reason for doing that was because Haaland hasn't always fared well for some time with the Arsenal defense. But Haaland proved us wrong. He's a beast of nature, of an attacking nature. However, we saw the news of Rodri. I believe strongly that the Man City coach, Guardiola, needs to have someone who would deputize for Rodri. Unfortunately, this injury came so many months, so many weeks away from the transfer window, the mid-year transfer window, mid-season transfer window, and that could have an impact on Man City's title challenge. So it brings everybody to the game, it brings everybody to the fore, it brings everybody scrambling for the title, scrambling for the seat of Man City. Now, I want to go specially to an area. We saw Arsenal with the dark arts. We saw Arsenal shift to a boring defensive play, and everyone seems to be enjoying it. I take us back to the era of Mourinho of Chelsea. Everybody kept calling Chelsea the boring team, but we won titles. Now, everyone gets to understand that sometimes for you to be able to win titles, you need to have that kind of spirit in you. You need to have that kind of defensive play, that kind of digging attitude that Arsenal displayed this weekend. Now, still to bring in some statistics into the game of yesterday. That's the game of Sunday between Arsenal and Man City. For the first time in history, two players in a team with over 50 touches could not make a single successive pass. Take that again. I'll take that again. For the first time in history, a team with two players, or rather, two players in a team with over 50 touches of the ball could not make a successful pass to their teammates. That was how boring, how defensive Arsenal was on Sunday. Now, it takes us back to the days of Chelsea. Why was the hue and cry about Chelsea? And this time around, Chelsea is evolving into a ball passing team, and everyone still calls Chelsea free. Everyone still looks at Chelsea as boring, will I say.